I'm left behind, obeyed the light, but always a gone. You fool me at the bottom line, I lie afraid. Are we in the same place? Falling. I'll be the wake-up call, I'll be the siren. It's nothing personal, but don't try to fight it.
Alright guys, so I'm out here washing my bike. By the way, it's freezing. Maybe not freezing, but it's not warm, that's for sure. But I'm gonna get people asking me, I always do. This is called a Brillo pad, also called an SOS pad. Essentially a soap pad. It's steel wool, I think, right? I guess you call it like thin steel wool, and it has soap built into it, so you can see it on my fingers. But so you get the bike wet, and then you use this, and that's how I'm getting all these black marks off. And it works really well on that white seat too. I already did most of the bike, so you can't really get an example of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and spray this off, so you can see how well it just comes right off. Sometimes you have to scrub on it a little bit, but it's not too bad. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. I missed a little spot. Where did I see it? Like down here. So if you want to get in real close, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, you can see these black marks here as I'm getting actual weeds on here. But you can see these black marks. So I'm just going to take the Brillo. We're just going to do some circles, rub them in there. You can see I'm hardly even pushing on it. Sometimes it gets a little gnarlier, but for the most part, it's pretty easy. Then just go ahead. So there you go. You can see that brought it off real nice and easy. One thing, if you are going to use these, make sure you wash it off, like rinse it off real quick. Like up on my seat, I didn't hit this part. That soap will actually dry on there, and then it's a real, not a real pain, but it won't just wipe off like this. So if you're going to use it, just make sure that you do a little bit of the bike at a time and then rinse it off. But there you go. That's how I'm getting the black off where my legs rub. It works really well on the frame here. This part I might be able to hit a bit better. Oops. Yeah, it works really well on that. Works really well when you get black marks down here. Like I missed a little bit here. There you go. That works awesome for this kind of task. Alright guys, so by now I'm sure you've been able to tell, but I'm out at my parents' house. Brought the KX out here to wash it, but the main part we're here for is my dad's actually in the back room rebuilding the YZ125 right now, putting everything back together. I was chilling in there. I wasn't really helping because he's just doing everything himself. You know, it's really a one-man operation, so I was just chilling with him. But I went out to wash the bike. He said that was fine. He could take care of it himself. So we just washed the bike. So let's check some authentic weather. Here you go, Mom. You read it.
Totally not shitty.
What's the bottom say?
Look outside for more information.
So totally not shitty. It says it's 59. Says it feels like 59. Do you think it feels like 59?
I think it feels like 49.
It's cold. Like 59, I'm like, no way. But with the cloud and stuff and the wind. But using the water here from Colorado, just, you know, straight from the well, it's very, very chilly. So we got the bike all cleaned up. It looks pretty good. I've definitely been spoiled living in town. I use a power washer almost every time I wash it now. So using the hose is, hopefully you can hear me, the wind is pretty bad. But using a hose is pretty much a trip now, but I did my best. So got all the black scuff marks off that I got on yesterday. If there's any that I missed, that's just how she goes, but we'll focus on it next time. But got it looking all right. You can tell it's not great, but got that going. So like I said, my dad's actually in the back room rebuilding the engine for the 125, putting everything back together. And as long as that goes smoothly and he gets it all together, then we should be dropping it in the bike today, and then, you know, doing some heat cycles on it and everything, and then go from there. So no riding today. I know some people have mentioned riding out at my parents', but this track is just overgrown, not even worth firing up the bike for, in my opinion. So we're staying away from that, but pretty cool. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. This is my parents' cat, Taffy. She is so small and adorable and an absolute trip. You hear her purring, and then of course Tessie you guys have seen before, but they just got her. When did you guys get the cat? About 3 weeks ago. But a little calico named Taffy. Look how small she is. Oh my gosh, hi. Hey, come up here. Oh my gosh. So that's cool. Love it. Yeah, you're welcome.
This is the whole reason we had to replace it. That's the lower rod bearing worn out completely.
So if you had to guess, what would have caused that? Just time or anything in particular? Any way I was riding incorrectly?
I don't think it has anything to do with how the bike was being ridden. One of the main things to remember is that it's a 134, so it's putting out more horsepower than the system is really made to handle. However, I have been having issues. I don't mean to be mean to any company, but this particular company, I've been using these crankshafts because they're cheaper, and I've been having this problem ever since we made it to 134. So at this time, the crank is now an original equipment Yamaha crank. So we're going to give that a try and hope for the best. Maybe it'll save us a little bit of money on crankshafts.
There we go. Here it is. Here's the dinosaur beast. You guys seem pretty excited when I rode that.
Oh wait a minute, that's not a dinosaur. It's younger than me.
Then,
that's Daniel's new bike over there.
The new bike. If you guys saw on Snapchat, I said Blue Crew. We're going out on the RT 180. The garage back here is always full of fun finds. I know I've showed it before. My dad actually showed it on his day with Daddy DeeO. But for anyone new, this is my dad's daily driver, Hyundai Tiburon, 6-speed, really fun car. We're just gonna, I don't know if you can even see in there, but really fun car. The F-150, which you guys have seen, of course. That's my mom's. It's a 5-speed, so that's cool if she drives a manual too. My dad's old Corvette. What is it? A Corvette. 64? 64 Stingray. You might see a big divot. Kind of looks like me with a divot in its forehead because the engine's actually out over here. This is my old GMC Jimmy, Chevy Blazer. Essentially exactly the same, but transmission went out on this when Allison and I were moving into our new apartment, so that's why I have the Ford now. This is my sister's old Ranger. Obviously nice and lifted, pretty bad truck. Then the old motorhome, which you might see a little KTM sticker here because we've had this motorhome since I was on a KTM 50, and my buddy Justin Job actually got me a sticker pack for KTM, but obviously it doesn't get much use. You guys haven't seen this, I don't think, ever, but actually I know you haven't. Here we go. This is my dad's trophy room. I think actually most of these are probably mine. My dad had the big ones. These are his. So there you go. Yeah, I have a 3rd place one somewhere over here. The Pikes Peak Supercross, that's my 3rd place, and then there's a 2nd place over there, which is mine.
Oh, it's all dirty.
There you go. Look at that. 60cc 6 to 8 2nd place, probably would have been 60 novice. RMXA, so that's pretty cool. But then the other nice big ones you can see, championships. That SRAC one, that's my dad's. Well, actually, it says right there. And right
Second
there.
place, fifth place.
And there's a third place back there. I don't know how well you guys can read that.
And this one, actually, I think is my... Yep, first place, 40 plus B,
There you
RMXA.
That is awesome.
And that got me a brand new tire, was the contingency on that.
Oh, that's probably the same one on your bike now, huh?
I don't like you either.
Yeah, we even got some football trophies back here. Bulldogs 2000, Daniel number 20, EPYFA, Eastern Plains Youth Football Association. Pretty cool little collection we got back here. And of course we have the Vice and my dad's grinder and stuff like that. So pretty cool stuff back here.
A bin full of parts to put on Daniel's bike.
Yeah.
Bins of bars.
Beautiful. A fridge. Nah, no beer.
Pressure's off. All right, back inside.
One animal isn't enough. Oh, Tessie, where are you going? No, uh-oh, she's gonna get you. You guys are crazy. Debbie, get her. Get her. Yep.
Daniel, what are you doing?
I just made the day with DeeO public, and within like 2 minutes of it being up, I already had someone giving me riding advice.
Well,
So
maybe you need riding advice.
I never said that I didn't, but he hasn't even watched the video long enough to see me ride, so I'm just giving him a quick little response, mentioning his mom and stuff, so.
Oh, you're right. He's pretty silly.
So that's what's going on, but we got some steaks about ready to go on the grill, so
Oh, yeah.
you know how to get me out here.
That's what we do when our Daniel comes to visit.
Look how little she is. What is this?
Don't drop my little kitty.
So, which one are you? Taffy, work on your form. Guess I have a fitting shirt for it today. Let's go throw this in the Weisinger. Just a second for the cat.
She's downstairs.
Left behind, obeyed the light, always a goal. You fool me at the bottom line, I lie afraid. Are we in the same place? Falling.
Obviously, one thing I need to make sure of in the future if we have any more bike issues is wash the bike before we take it apart.
I always forget that too, though.
And the bike stops running and we get so just ready to get on it and don't want to mess with it that it goes away dirty, and then when it's time to fix it, it's still dirty. So this mud is caked on there from whenever this blew up, which was quite a while ago now. So I know some people comment on it, and yes, we know. Definitely something I'll have to remember in the future if I have any further bike issues. working in the trailer here. There's a little bit of history I want to share with you guys. So we have this bear sticker. This is actually from one of my Pee-wee football leagues. It was like Calhan and some of the surrounding schools played in a league, and I don't even remember what our team was called, like the El Paso County Bears, or I don't even know. But that's kind of funny. And then here you can see this little hook, and then you can see the swing pattern. Back when I had the KX60, it was always mounted right here, and it went into like that, those two mounting positions. So it was mounted right here, and so this was my area. And of course on the two-stroke you have to turn the gas on, and the KX60s, for whatever reason, it was really hard for my little hands to be able to turn on. So we actually had a crescent wrench hanging here that every time I went to ride, I'd pull it off, turn the gas on, hang it back up there, and then so it was just hanging straight down. So as we drove, it would swing back and forth, and it created this arc of wear on the paint. Obviously the paint's been worn a ton more in general, but so that was from the KX60 days. So that's always kind of funny to look back at and reminisce on, that I couldn't even turn the gas on it. Was the gas actually hard, or was I just a weakling?
No, for whatever reason, the petcock did turn very hard.
So yeah, we had that. So that's pretty crazy out there. But bike's going back together pretty smoothly. My dad's getting it done, and getting her all situated here. Okay. Wire still went the same way. Good. That's actually starting. Alright, so obviously we don't have the seat on because we're going to clean the air filter. We don't have the cover. Alright, there we go. My battery died. I don't know if you guys even got to see me start it. But like I said, obviously we need to do the air filter. This is stuff that we probably should have done. It was my fault. But we don't have this cover on. You can actually see the magneto spinning. That's really cool. We don't have it completely full of oil. Obviously it has enough oil to start, but we need to get a new one of these bolts so it's in just enough to hold it, because if we screw that all the way in, then the Kickstarter doesn't kick through. But there you go. I know you guys like to hear that. So this is one of those times that like we're gonna do the heat cycles. Probably, I don't know what my dad's planning if we're gonna do them now. Probably not, since we don't have everything going. However, what I want to say is there's a million different ways you can do these damn heat cycles, and he's testing out the clutch because we just put that back on. But no matter what, people are always going to be mad. If you say, we're doing the heat cycles this way, they'll be like, you should have done it that way. And it's the kind of thing that, let's say the bike blows up in 2 years, people are going to be like, well, it blew up because you did the heat cycles wrong. So we're doing it the way we've always done it. Like my dad said, we used to use the hot rod cranks, so that could be part of the reason why I've had so many issues with the bike. Plus it's a 134, not a 125. But so we're going to do the heat cycles our way. I'm sure other people do them different ways. That's awesome for you, but not something worth arguing over. So there we go. Pretty sweet. Started up pretty easily. That was what, like 4th kick, and we have the fresh oil in it. So there we go. All right, so it just started up, just kind of adjusted the clutch some. Like I said, we're not going to do the full heat cycles and everything because we have some stuff we need to take care of first. But got to say a huge thank you, of course, to my dad getting this up and running. I know that he's going to say he should have had it together sooner, but we have the 450. That's the main bike. So I know you guys are so excited to see this at Aztec, at Berthoud, at maybe not Lakewood, because Lakewood's not very fun on the 125, but so I gotta say thank you, Dad, and I need all you guys, make sure you say thank you to my dad. Thank you, Daddy DeeO, for making this happen. And obviously when we're at the track, you'll get some helmet cam footage from me, but he'll be right there with the 3rd person footage. So we don't really thank you enough, but you're there every weekend. So
it's what I do. If I didn't have this to do on every spare moment of my entire life, then what else would I have?
That's right. But yeah, factory mechanic, sometimes chauffeur, sometimes cook. I cook today, but sometimes cook. Yeah, so that's awesome. But there you guys go. So yeah, we have a few more things to do today. We're actually not done yet. I was gonna wash this because I actually didn't know that we weren't gonna have it totally together, so I was planning to take it in the backyard and wash it, but we'll wait until everything's all together, obviously, and we don't have open compartments and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna throw this back in the trailer here, and lock her on up. So I was saying that we had another bike thing to do. This is going to be the final thing. Just took off the fork guards off the KX, obviously. My oil seals have been leaking, and usually I'm not one to really care about that, but what Walter at the track said the other day was my front end was diving a lot, and then I really felt it at Bertha that my front end felt really soft, and he mentioned, you know, you just lose a few cc's or millimeters or however you want to measure it of fork oil, and it can really cause your suspension to be a lot softer. So what I'm actually doing, we do have new seals, but I got this from my buddy Alex Oni, you guys know him as, and if you've seen it before, essentially you use this side to get the dust guard off, and then this side goes underneath the oil seal, or the fork seal, excuse me, and like kind of loosens up any dirt. So instead of, because the theory is that the oil seal is still fine, but the dirt is like holding it just enough of a gap that oil can seep through. So we're going to use this, and whether it works or not, we have the oil seals in the future, but we don't have any fork oil here. So we're going to do this, and then next time at the track we'll add some fork oil to it to get it back up to spec. So that is the plan. Just spinning a full 360, I guess. I assume all it takes is a little tiny speck of dirt to make that seal not complete. But, so we'll try that out and see how that goes for us.
They're kind of sneaking around the property, seeing if the boy ever does anything. He's such a bum. Doesn't do anything at all. Never helps me out. That's the way it is. It's always me. It's got to do everything. Oh my God, he's doing something.
What I'm doing though, I don't know.
Yeah, like you've never had an air filter out before. Yeah, always teasing.
I can't believe this. I actually stopped by Aztec this morning. I forgot until now, but picked up my watch. So you guys know my watch. I crashed last week at Aztec, and when I hit the ground, it actually popped off. I called Aztec and I was like, hey, on my GoPro video, I can see right where it came off. Can you guys take a look? It's probably buried, but take a look. They found it. Yeah, it's in two pieces, but I'm pretty sure this snaps right on. Look at it, it's a metal piece, so I'm pretty sure. We'll see if this is if it still works, but I'm just amazed they found it. So that's really cool. I'm wearing Allison's right now, but so see if we can put this bad boy back together. All right, guys, update. It still works. Are you kidding me? I'm so pumped. It was dead, like the battery was dead. So I got home and I had to charge it. The time is showing wrong. I just have to do a reset on it, but holy cow, all I can say, thank you so much to Aztec. I don't think Mark or Byron will ever watch this, but Mark heard my voicemail. He went out, searched the track, and he said all he saw was just a little tip of the plastic or whatever this made of, silicone, whatever, I don't know. And anyway, he went out and found it. It works. Look at the screen. Oh my gosh. The screen is flawless. Everything looks great. And I'm just in shock that they seriously found it. So I had a few people asking me if it was still working on my Snapchat, and yeah, it's still working. So probably not gonna ride it on, or wear it on the dirt bike anymore. I think that it's not worth it. I love having it. I like that it counts my steps and stuff, but it's not worth losing. Even though I got it for free, it's not worth losing again. So just an update for you guys. Really? Loading it up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh. Road to Loretta's. Alright guys, so I think that's going to do it for today. I wasn't even sure what I was going to record when I came out here. Of course, the plan obviously was to do the 125, and I wasn't really sure the state of it. So yeah, ended up doing a little bit of bike work to this. Obviously got the 125 engine back together almost completely. Just a few more things that need to be done. So like you saw we pulled the air filter, and we'll be washing that and stuff. But yeah, so pretty productive out here. Got the fork seals clean, so we're gonna try that. Like I said, I don't have the fork oil here, but next time we're at the track, we'll add some cc's of fork oil to the bike, and that's gonna be that. So I know you guys are really excited for the two-stroke to make a comeback. I'm excited too. Fun to switch it up. fun to do a video you guys enjoy. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, like I said, let's really go ham, and everyone just say thanks Daddy DeeO, thanks Joe, whatever you feel comfortable. Thanks DeeO's dad. Just let him know how much we appreciate it. So that's gonna do it, guys. And as always, until next time, take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. Talk to you later.